I wanted to take a moment away from this whole Ukrainian thing to comment um, on the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock in the Oscars. Um, just ridiculous is what comes to mind. Very stupid and very childish. Here's what my point on this whole thing is. I seriously uh, feel that if I was Chris Rock, I would not only press charges against Will Smith, I would sue him for every viewer that saw me get slapped on international television. We're not talking about just national, this is global. The whole world was watching it. I don't even know how many viewers there were. They would have to figure out exactly what the how many viewers were watching this. But if you're looking at 150 million people watching this throughout the world, that is a that was just extremely humiliating, degrading to get slapped like that. And for what? By saying maybe he knew that Chris Rock maybe is a possibility. He didn't know that she had alopecia and she was losing her hair. But it was just words. It was nothing else. He's a comedian. Will Smith started out as a comedian. These people, both of them, knew each other. They have come across you. They knew each other. They were in the same circuit at one time. So being slapped like that on not just national television, but in front of a global audience, is extremely humiliating and degrading. I would, if I was, I know people were advising Chris Rock not to press charges because this is Will Smith. I don't really give a damn. I think Chris Rock should press charges. He is naturally, Will Smith will probably win that and claim something emotional. The point is, it's more symbolic. At that point, he could take that to the once he loses the criminal assault charges, he could take it to Chris Rock could take it to civil court and sue him for $200 million at the very minimum, because this is not something that anyone should have to put up with, especially on just some silly comments. I mean, silly jokes, and they know they sign on to this. That when you come into the Oscars or the Academy, you might get picked on by the comedian. I mean, this is what the business is, and being that when another thing that irked me was when he came to Will Smith came to claim his award, he was apologizing to the Academy, apologizing to the other co-actors and the producers and all that. But what about the individual you just assaulted? That's just BS. You just assaulted someone on international television, and you had the audacity to simply apologize to the Academy, to the Oscars. Who cares about them? They didn't get assaulted by you. And if I were Chris Rock, I would be mindful of the fact that this sets a precedence for other comedians getting slapped, kicked, punched. It threatens basically the First Amendment protected rights of any comedian out there. I think this is just something that could set the wrong example. So, being that Will Smith is Will Smith, I would make an example of him if I was Chris Rock and take him not just to the criminal court, file assault charges on him. I would basically pursue civil judgment against him if I could, and sue him for at least my way of looking at it is for every single viewer that watched it, he owes Chris Rock $1 for those. So if it's 150 million people, he owes him $150 million, because there's no there is no reason for any human being, man, woman, to go out on a stage like that and be slapped. And the worst thing is, he didn't apologize. He apologized the next day when he woke up and realized the severity of it. And then he realized the whole world was talking about it. That's when he apologized to Chris. No, I'm sorry. Will Smith, are a privileged person. You had a good life. You've led a good life. Yes, your wife is having some issues there. I totally empathize with you on that. But that said, there is no reason to slap someone on a global stage. There is no reason for that. So if I were Chris Rock, I would not just pursue the assault charges symbolically, I would definitely file a lawsuit against Will Smith for every viewer he owes Chris Rock $1. That's the way I would pursue it. So I sincerely I feel very bad for Chris Rock for and I like both of these guys. I like both of them. I like Will Smith. I do not like him anymore. He would have to earn my respect. He would have to earn my uh, um, you know care for him again. I just I grew up watching these guys. It was very heartbreaking to see that he actually went and slapped him on Chris Rock on national television, and the whole world is talking about it. Very extremely humiliating. Feel terrible for Chris Rock. That's all. I'm going to leave it at that. Just wanted to take a moment away from the Ukrainian situation to comment on this thing.